Starting. It is now. Now it's starting. Okay. I know. You're wondering why I'm talking. You're not really wondering about these ridiculous glasses that I'm wearing, but I think they make me look good. So, Dr. Bulow here, and I am going to tell you about why I am wearing these glasses. I am excited about these glasses, and I'm going to tell you all about them. These glasses are, and I'm going to take them off now. These glasses are part of the digital range of motion system that ty-tROM has come up with. And I just have to show you this because I think it's really important. You can't change what you don't measure. And if you're going to measure something, you might as well measure it accurately, okay? And so in upper cervical chiropractic, we talk about how the upper cervical weight, controlling the weight of the head and clearing out the nervous system will take care of the rest of the spine. That innate intelligence in the body will balance the rest of the spine. Well, we like to have metrics to be able to measure that, right? And ty-tROM allows us to not only measure the subluxation in the neck, but the subluxation in the entire spine. So really cool technology. What you do, I'll show you how to do it, and I'll show you some examples that you can already kind of see behind me, but I'll just show you how this works. You put these glasses on the patient, right? And there's a sensor in there that is now glued to the head essentially. And then the reference sensor is this one here that gets put right between the shoulder blades, right in the upper thoracics. And so this sensor doesn't move. This one doesn't move. And then all you have to do with these is you have the patient stand or sit and go through a full range of motion. And then with every motion, you just click this button at the top of the reference sensor when it's done. So it's a handful, half a dozen clicks in 1 minute of your time, and you've got a full cervical range of motion. With the lumbar spine, you attach the two sensors to each other through a tethered communication cord here, and then one goes down on the pelvis, on the sacrum, right here, and then the other one goes on the bottom of the thoracics. So then you've got the two sensors pointing at each other here like this, and then you have them standing and you have them flex forward and lean back and laterally flex and laterally bend and then rotate side to side, and you'll get very reproducible information. And the cool thing is, if you take a look, this gentleman, actually, one second, let me cover his name for HIPAA purposes, otherwise someone's going to yell at me there. 1 second here. See, I remembered. I don't think you can see from there, but if we zoom in, then I would be in trouble. So let me do this. But this is a gentleman that actually he started about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he had a really bad flare-up. He injured his back about a week and a half ago, and really wrenched it, maybe 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, we did his follow-up full back scan, coming along gorgeously. Yes, there's still some tension and some inflammation across his shoulders. I will investigate that in the future, but it is obviously calming down, so I'm pleased, I'm happy with that. But more importantly, if you take a look over here, this is what's so cool. Now, it takes a little bit to kind of read it, but I'll kind of explain. The outer ring of green is kind of the ideal range of motion. And then the inner pie shape was his first test, and that light blue was his follow-up. And then there's the metrics, the actual numbers off to the sides. But the really cool thing is it'll show the percentage of disability, so to speak, how far off he is here. And then in this box, it shows the percentage of change. So right off the bat, when I do this report next time with him, I'll be able to tell him that his flexion is 32% better. Now his extension actually is reduced by 26%. Again, he threw his back out recently, so extension's pretty tough. But then lateral bend is 29% improved to the left, 15% improved to the right, 31% improved rotation to the left, and 40% improvement in rotation to the right. And so that's a pretty awesome thing to show somebody in just a few short weeks. He's been under care, I want to say maybe 4 weeks, somewhere around there. But now we have data to show there are concrete changes that are happening. And yes, by the way, this is simply by reestablishing the position of the weight of the head, clearing out the nervous system so the muscle tone in the pelvis and the postural muscles can just relax, right? So some pretty cool stuff. I will end this now, although Ona's looking at me with some funny eyes. Do we have any comments there, Ona? Any questions? Okay. I just wasn't sure. She just thinks I'm funny looking. I don't know. But thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. This is, oh, sorry, don't go yet. Don't go. For those of you that stuck around, thank you. God bless you. Here's one last thing. We are 2 weeks away from the Advances in Spinal Care Symposium in Denver. ty-tROM, I wanted to mention this at the beginning. ty-tROM is one of our main sponsors of the Upper Cervical Council, of your Upper Cervical Council, if you are a member. And it's thanks to them that we are going to have a president's reception on the first night, and it's thanks to them that we're able to hold events like this. So I love ty-tROM for the technology that they create, but I also love them because they support us. They support specific chiropractic, upper cervical or otherwise. So if you haven't connected with Dwayne Hoskins, if you haven't connected with ty-tROM, you need to support those that support you, and obviously that produce really, really high standard technology for our profession. So thanks again to ty-tROM, and we'll see you guys next time.